Hey everyone, how's it going? Hope you guys are doing really well. So welcome to another Sims 4 build. So for Christmas I actually received a couple of the other packs that I was missing and stuff, which is super exciting. One of those packs I did actually by myself, which was the outdoor retreat one, because I've wanted that one for ages. So the kind of like plot of land that we're on at the moment is the one that comes with that, like the one where you can take a vacation, this, that and the other. So I drew a kind of like outline for a pond, stuff like that, and I really wanted to build some sort of like lake cabin, lake house getaway type thing. It's a tiny house, so it's like a tiny lake cabin house thing. So it took me forever to figure out how to get like a foundation type thing on top of lake, and you just kind of like remove the area with the, I think you can use the build tool or you have to use the pool tool. I think I used the pool tool. I can't really remember. But anyway, I put down this really weird funky structure, which I do actually end up changing a little bit down the line through the video. You will see that I change it because things are not working out how I wanted them to work out inside the build. I do end up going for a single bed, so it's just like it doesn't really have a living room as such. It's got like a balcony I decided to do, which is kind of like your chill area. You want to relax anyway, so you don't really want TV, stuff like that. However, I do put in a laptop or what, so it could be a kind of like a tiny house for somebody to live in. I guess the roof, I hate doing Sims roofs. It's just one of the things that I'm not good at them, which is probably why I don't like them whatsoever. So any roof I do is always really, really simple, and most of the time, 9 times out of 10, I will always use a slanted roof because that's my absolute favourite roof type to use. The foundation for this, I really wanted it to have I don't know the exact word for it, but it's kind of like beach foundation where like the water can like go under, kind of like a pier. Does that make sense? Where it's kind of like the poles going down and then like the water could go throughout. But I tried that foundation with this, and I think it's just a conflict that you can't have. If it was an actual like beach, then it'd be fine because foundation blah blah, but putting it on top of a pond, it doesn't work having those kind of like stilt foundation bases. You kind of have like this flat bit underneath the house, which is really not pretty. So putting in some windows, and I decided pretty quick after trying to mess about with the bathroom and stuff that I didn't like the layout, and I end up going for more of a square look. Well, actually I do think I do change it to like a square, but I do like kind of like funky walls and stuff, trying to make things work like that, because I don't know, funky houses are always fun, I guess. So I was going to put the table and that here because I thought it was a perfect place for kind of like a dining table for your Sims to sit and eat, and I was struggling with that a little bit, kind of stupidly if you will, because you guys probably know, I probably say it way too much, but I always love having a double bed or even 2 single beds kind of like merged together to look like a double, even if it's just like for one Sim or whatnot. Or I think you can squeeze the beds kind of like super close together, and if they're in the middle of the room, then a Sim will be able to get on either side. I don't know, don't quote me, I've never actually tested it. But I really wanted to have a double bed in the place, like vacation for 2 or whatnot, but the way I was doing it, I couldn't make it work. Somebody probably can make it work, but I just couldn't make it work. So I do end up just going for a single bed, and yeah, so I tried to do 2 singles together, but it's no different than having a double, so I don't really know what I was thinking. And then I decided to kind of just completely change the look of the house. You can see here I demolished the whole thing, and now it is literally just a rectangle. It's a rectangle more than a square, but I wanted some sort of balcony, as I wasn't going to have a like living room area, and I really like those. I don't know if they slide the sliding doors from the Island Living pack. I really like those ones. because you can see like in the house, but you can also like see out, and I think it went quite well with the whole nature forest theme, which I quite like. So I'm just trying to fix the roof and everything like that. This is the first time I've done a build like this one, and honestly I really liked it for how it's, I don't know if quaint is the right word, but it's definitely kind of a place where you wouldn't necessarily have a sim live. It's got like the necessities, like a little kitchen, a little dining room and stuff like that, but I thought it suited the area, as the area is more of a sort of vacation type area. The sink here in the bathroom, you can't actually use it where it is at the moment, but by the time it goes on the gallery I would have completely fixed that, and everything in there should be usable. Sometimes I forget to sim test because when I go into build I normally just like build, so there isn't a sim here that I can just like jump in and test stuff out to make sure it works. But I did go in and test it out after I had completely built the build, and it turns out my sim will not use the sink, but there is a layout that you can use where you can put the toilet like in front of the shower, and the sim will be able to use the shower, toilet and sink. So I'm gonna mess with that, and by the time it goes on the gallery, if any of you want to download it or whatnot, then it should be fit and ready for your sims to use. So I knew I wanted some sort of table, a sort of seating area inside the house as well as the big decking outside, so I decided to go for a small table that I end up putting next to the door. I thought about toying with the fact of putting it over the bed, so it's kind of like a table, kind of like a hospital bed where they have like the table there with the where they put your food on and stuff like that. That's a really bad analogy, but hopefully you get what I mean. But I couldn't get it to look right, I just didn't like it at all, as well as I don't know if that is something that a sim can actually use or not, so just decided against it and decided to put it next to the kind of like main door for the house. So I put some comfy chairs on the decking, as it's kind of like the whole go outdoors thing. That is the point, is for like go outdoors, so it's just like a small place for you to sleep, eat, and then a good place for you to chill out on outside on the deck. I should have probably put in a barbecue or something. I think that would have probably brought it all together a little bit more as well, but I didn't. I might go and chuck that in quickly before I put it on the gallery, I'm not too sure. So the build has a lot of kind of like greens and browns, just to kind of like elaborate the fact that you're with nature in the forest, all that kind of stuff. The lot that I'm actually building on is the campground, so I got rid of the furniture, so shall we say, that was in the campground. It was just like a bench and stuff. I left pretty much all of the trees and that were there. I do go in and add a couple more trees, some bushes and some rocks around the kind of like lake, pond area, whatever you would like to call it. We'll call it a lake. It was my attempt at a lake, so we'll call it a lake. So I do put in a couple bits like that, but most of the trees and the bushes and that were there from when I just started to build on this place, because as far as I'm aware you can't have a sim like just live here, so I had to get my sim to go and visit this place. It was probably a bad idea for me to start building here. I should have maybe built it on a lot, kind of like where your sim can actually live, and then sim test it and then put it here for the aesthetic feel, all that kind of stuff. But you guys are going to see me putting in a bunch of knickknacks, just messing with a little bit of the outdoor features like trees and that, putting in some other stuff. There will be some screenshots that come up at the end of the video like normal, and as always, if you would like to find anything of mine on the gallery, I always use the hashtag tigerjelly if you guys are interested. But I'm not sure what else to actually say about this build for the moment. It's just kind of simple, just a small little cabin on top of a kind of makeshift lake that we done. I definitely want to try and do another build like this in the future because I think that they are really, really cool. So yeah, I definitely would like to try another one like this, maybe like a bigger house, a bigger cabin, that kind of thing. This one was just kind of like my test out to see how it looks and how it kind of like all goes, and decided to just do a tiny house and ended up pretty cute. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Stay tuned, there are some screenshots coming up at the end, but until the next one, thank you all so much for watching. Hit the like button, leave comments down below. Do not forget to subscribe if you are new. Feel free to check out my main channel, which is always linked in the description, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, bye.